Hello everyone and welcome to What After Dentistry. Now we recently posted a poll on our social media channels and most of you have requested us to provide you details on how to immigrate and practice dentistry in Canada. So here we are, and today I will be briefing you about 1. The eligibility criteria to practice dentistry in Canada. 2. The application and the processing fee, the time required, and 4th, the immigration process that you need to go through if you want to practice in Canada. So stay tuned and watch till the end. Now before I get into details of each of these topics, as I always say, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we post. If you're watching this video on Facebook or LinkedIn, then please like our page to get our regular updates on industry news, facts, our flagship programs, and much more. So without further ado, let's get started. So let's have a look at the eligibility criteria of practicing dentistry in Canada. So for this particularly, you will have to apply for NDEB, which is the National Dental Examining Board of Canada. Now here you do not get confused with NBDE, which is the Dental Examining Board of United States, right? So for Canada, it is NDEB where you need to apply. Now for the application, the very first thing that you need to do is you need to create your online profile on the portal of NDEB. The second, once you create your online profile, you need to submit your documents, right? Now again, these documents will be like in two parts. So one is your documents or the applicant's documents, okay? The second will be from the university that you have passed out, okay? So the applicant's document generally are the photo identity card, the credentials, which is the degree completion certificate, the internship completion certificate, all that falls under your credentials. Now remember, if your certificates that you will be uploading, if these are not in English or French language, then you will have to get them translated word by word and then you will have to upload them. So they do not accept applications which are not in English or French language. So you need to make sure of that. Now from the university, basically from the university they would want a certificate or a form, like a verification form, that yes, you have passed out from this particular university. So there is that one form that they want, which is the verification form. And the second credentials that they would want from the university is all your dental degree mark sheets and also all the credentials of your degree. That is what they will be asking from the university. So from the university, these are the two documents, and from the applicants you have photo identity and you have your degree plus internship completion certificate, right? Now all this information is basically available on their web portal. So I will be sharing the link of the document as well as the portal link so that you can in the description box, so that you can always refer to and you can read through the documents which the NDEB has provided for the application process. Now here, once you create the online profile and you submit the documents, the third is the verification process. So once you are verified by NDEB for further process, then the process is totally different. So let's have a look at how the process is. So this is how it looks like. Either you need to be a graduate from accredited dental program or you need to be a graduate from a non-accredited dental program. Now who falls under the accredited dental program is the Canadian student, the United States, Australia Dental Council, New Zealand, and you have Irish. So these are the 5 dental councils. Any graduate from these dental councils can directly apply for NDEB certification process. Along with this, there is also one university based in Saudi Arabia, which is the King Abdulaziz University. So a graduate from these dental councils or the graduate from King Abdulaziz University is applicable under the accredited dental program. So anyone who falls under these category will directly apply for NDEB certification process, the written examination, NDEB certification, and then you can apply for the provincial licensure. So in which province you want to work, you need to get the licensure of that, right? This is for the accredited dental program. Now, most of the time I am assuming that people who are watching this video are from India or from Pakistan. So anybody who's done BDS from India, Nepal, Bangladesh, Pakistan, or any Southeast Asian country, then in that case we all fall under non-accredited dental program. So a BDS who wants to practice dentistry in Canada will have to first go for a equivalency process. Once you apply for equivalency process and you clear this process, then only you will be applicable for written examination by NDEB. Okay, so the equivalency process has 3 stages. One is the AFK, which is the assessment of fundamental knowledge. The second is ACJ, which is the assessment of clinical judgment. And the third is ACS, which is assessment of clinical skills. Now, once you apply for assessment of fundamental knowledge, this basically they have examinations twice in the year. So every year, twice they have examinations of AFK. You need to apply for AFK, and the application process for AFK is different from the application process of NDEB, the credential verification process that we saw earlier. The fees for that is different. The fees for all these 3 exams are also different. So it's like every time you apply for an examination, you have a application and a processing fee involved. So AFK is held, all these 3 examinations are held like twice in the year, and the application fee is totally different for all the 3. Now once you apply for AFK and you clear AFK, then in that case you have 2 options. So either you go for the clinical judgment exam, or you can go for a 2 years degree completion program. So like we generally say, no, we apply for DDS or something. So a qualifying degree, dental degree certification program, which is for 2 years, you can go for this particular process, or you can directly apply for clinical judgment exam. So depending on if you feel confident that you can clear the ACJ and ACS exam at one go, you can go ahead with this, or else you go for this 2-year program and then directly you can apply for NDEB written examination. You don't have to go for ACJ and ACS at that time, right? Now this 2-year degree program totally differs on which university or in which dental school you are taking the admission in. It differs from dental school to the admission fee will differ from school to school. But if you ask me the approximate cost of AFK and the degree completion and then NDEB exam, the total cost basically comes around maximum it's like 40 to 50 lakhs in the entire process. So from the starting of your online portal till your completion and getting the licensure, this is the cost, and this will vary of course if you get into a dental school where the admission fee is on a higher side. So this can increase to like 70-80 lakhs also. So totally depends on that part. Now here again the fees definitely of these examinations is less, but then in that case if you are applying, if you're not clearing the exam in one go, then you will have to, as many times as you apply for the exam, every time you're paying the application or the processing fee. So the cost would definitely keep on increasing with every time you apply for any examination. So this is how a non-accredited dental program looks like, wherein you go for an equivalency process first, you go for these 3 examinations, try to clear them in one attempt, or else you just go with AFK, clear this and then apply for degree completion program. and once you complete your certification program or the degree program, then you basically directly can give the NDEB written examination, get the certification and the provincial licensure where you want to work, right? So this is how the entire process looks like. Now I have basically few of my friends who are practicing dentistry in Canada. I have reached out to them and I have asked them that how is the scope, and is it like a good thing that you go there and spend so much money and then apply for or you practice dentistry, so how much is the return on investment? Which I have most of the time always got the answer that if you are applying for this particular degree completion program and if you are spending so much money, yes, the return on investment is quite good in terms of being paid, because dentistry is one of the very highest paid professional in Canada right now. So that's the reason that most of the dentists, they basically want to go to Canada, because the return on investment is really good. But it totally depends on your capacity of spending so much. Now either if you are willing to spend so much, good enough. In case you are looking to get a loan from the Canadian bank, then in that case you need to go for a immigration process. So you need to have a PR for getting a loan from a Canadian bank, right? Now if this is your thought process that from a bank I get a loan, then please apply for the immigration process also side by side. Okay, now how is the immigration process? So generally the immigration, there are two pathways. One is the express entry and the second is the provincial nomination program, right? So express entry, again under express entry you have a federal skilled worker program and you have an occupation in demand stream program. Similarly for provincial nomination program, now what is this basically is, there are some times where there is a huge demand of dentists in one particular province. So for that province you can directly apply for a PR in that particular province, and that is through either you can go for PNP express entry pathway or PNP occupation in demand pathway, right? So but this you will get a PR for only that particular province, right? So if you want to get more details on the immigration pathways, always please consult any consultancy agency. There are lots and lots of them which are right now providing this kind of immigration process. You can always consult these kind of agencies and get the details of both the programs and which one is applicable for you. So this immigration you only need to do first if you are looking to get the loan. If you have that spending capacity on your own and you don't want the loan from the Canadian bank, then you generally go on the visit visas or the travel visa, or maybe on the student visa to go for the examination, to give these kind of examination. I hope that I could answer to your question of how to migrate and practice dentistry in Canada, and you got a fair idea of the application process on the NDEB side and how to apply for immigration. So if you do like this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. If you're watching this video on Facebook and LinkedIn, please like the video and share it in your network, because it might help somebody who's looking to practice dentistry in Canada. I will see you in the all the reference links and the relevant links of the NDEB portal, wherein you need to know the application process in detail and what documents are to be submitted from your side and from the university side. How do you apply for AFK, how do you apply for ACJ or ACS examination. All the relevant links are mentioned in the description box, so do check them out. I will see you in the next video. Until then, bye and good luck.